Good Thursday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and this is your outlook for March 12th, 2015. Very easy forecast for today. We're going to have high pressure sitting right over the southeastern, or actually the eastern Great Lakes here. It's going to be control of our weather through early Friday here. This higher area high pressure, of course, is sitting right here, and it's going to be sliding off kind of in this direction, right like this over the next 24 hours. By the time it gets to just offshore, you're going to get a return flow around that's going to keep everything pretty warm here as we get into the overnight hours. Actually, I shouldn't say overnight hours, into the day on Friday and Friday night, which is going to allow the system coming in from the south to remain all rain, and we'll show you that here in a second. See, the high pressure is now moving off to the south or eastern, off the eastern seaboard here. This is a look at Friday evening here. You can see this precipitation moving in from our southwest here. Now, this is looking at 8 p.m. Saturday. You can see at this point, it hasn't really gotten into our coverage area yet. Might be making it to the extreme southwestern portions up in the lower Susquehanna Valley. That would be about the furthest northeast it would get. So this is precipitation falling over the previous 6 hours between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Saturday, so probably closer to 8 p.m. that this would start here at this point. And this is all going to move up in this direction here, but you can see this is a precipitation type map. Anything that's blue obviously is snow. Mixing are going to be the oranges and the purples and pinks, and of course green is rain. And you can see as I move this forward here to the next frame here, here's the middle of the night here, you just see nothing but green here. So this is all rain moving into our coverage area everywhere. We're not expecting any frozen precipitation of any kind anywhere within our coverage area here at all on Friday night and early Saturday. So as this moves up to the north here, it will be finally cold enough well up into New England. I'm talking about the extreme upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and eventually Maine. We'll get into some snow here, but in our coverage area, we're not looking at anything but the plain rain variety and the warmer temperatures. Okay, and then eventually this system will pull away. Sunday we're going to have a trailing system here. Northern stream energy is going to have to rotate through, but it looks like it's going to rotate through, but to our north. So we'll keep us because we're kind of stuck between two systems here. Here's your northern stream energy. Here's your low pressure offshore. You're kind of stuck in between, sandwiched between this here. Again, most of this energy is going to trail behind this area of low pressure here to our north. So we're not looking at anything. Really, from a precipitation standpoint, for the most part, we're just talking about mostly cloudy on Sunday just because we're in such close proximity to both of those systems. Then eventually, as we go to the next frame here, you can see you might have some impacts of maybe a brief snow shower, rain snow shower up here in our far northern zones, and of course that would be later on Sunday if that were the case. But for the most part, everywhere else remains just mostly cloudy, so that we're not really looking at any precipitation for the most part lingering into Sunday, except for, again, for a brief shower for far northern areas. And then we clear out for Monday again as high pressure moves back in, and then we're going to have a cold front that's going to be approaching here on Tuesday. And you can see that move diving down for the southeast here very easily to see where this cold front is, right like this, of course attached to this area of low pressure. This is the Arctic front we've been talking about. This is the one that's going to be bringing in some very cold, unseasonably cold temperatures that send us back into more of winter mode as far as temperatures are concerned, not extreme cold. I mean, we're at this point you're talking about this is the 17th here. The cold Arctic air will be coming in behind it on the 18th and beyond through the end of the month. But we're not talking about, we're talking about relative this time of year. So we're not talking about single digits and below zero anymore. We're done with that. But we can get 15 to 20 degrees below normal. Normal high this time of year is, again, mid to upper 40s, or mid to upper 40s to low 50s from north to south. Those are your normal highs. You're taking 15 to 20 degrees off of that, and not the entire time during that 18th to 31st, March 31st window. But at times it could be that cold during that stretch, and you could get some temperatures that are still stuck in the 30s when they shouldn't be. You're talking about temperatures that should be near 47, 48, 49, 50 degrees over most areas here. So this cold front comes through, not a lot of moisture with it. You can see that here, it kind of falls apart. The previous frame here looked pretty decent. when it kind of falls apart as it moves to the southeast here. This is till Tuesday afternoon. Could be an isolated shower as that moves through here, but then that's it. And you can already see behind it, you can see these isobars pointing this direction here. This is cold northwesterly winds coming in here as we get into the 18th, which is actually Tuesday night, Wednesday time frame. And all this cold air is going to be trailing behind it, and we're going to get colder than normal and stay that way, we think, through the 31st of the month. At the very least, we'll have to re-examine to see if that goes into early or middle of April also, but it's still too early to tell if that's going to happen. Right now, we'll just call it a cold period from the 18th to the 31st and just stick with that for now. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for March 12th, 2015. Have a great Thursday.